not quite 20 minutes late, not quite 25 minutes late, more like 10 and a half. And I got hair sticking up. V15, though, looks absolutely incredible. It's October 5th, and it's finally the start of another MCS season, not MNCS V15. That's a little weird to say.
Yes, I feel like I'm going to make a mistake as this cast goes along, but it is MCS. We're including many teams states from the Midwest here. And speaking of that, we've expanded obviously into all of the Midwest, and we have the first series for the newly branded Des Moines Derecho coming up against Bemidji Lumberjacks. The first match. It's going to be a banger.
It's going to be a good match, but it's going to be a tough name to say, V15, as the season goes on. I feel like more and more people are going to understand what in the world a derecho is. Well, it is a storm, and I don't know what kind of storm it's going to be, but if we could look at the schedule, Mr. Brock, that would be great. Appreciate it. Here's our match schedule for the night. We've got 3 matches. The last one is a little bit different, but regardless, it's gonna be some good Rocket League, and I just realized that there's a team that is in the incorrect spot. We'll get to it later, but we can fix it later, Brock. It's too. I can show you how to fix it later in a second, but yeah, we don't need to intro for any longer. I feel like we're ready to get into the action of Rocket League.
Oh yeah, I'm ready to see this first match kick off right away. First matchup in the new setup. We've completely raised the prospect league this year, so I should be expecting some interesting uptick in intensity in this rising star tier. Some players who are coming up. Speaking of which, this Bemidji lineup. All 3 players last season playing in prospect at differing levels, of course. Some making land, including Bob the Huge Man himself. Block Belt playing for Minnetonka, and Shraxel with Mankato. So some people who have some experience at the prospect level making that jump up into Rising Star and looking to bring some success. Whereas with our derecho team, Des Moines, we have Fluffy, who was in prospect last season. Didn't have the greatest success. Finished 10th, 3-8 on that Minneapolis Miracles team. And 2 new rookie players coming through with Eli and Gerg. But I've seen Gerg play. He plays a lot of 6-mans previously, so I know what abilities he's bringing to the table. So I'm interested to see how these 2 teams with different level of experience, see if they can settle into basically their first official Rising Star game as this one finds its way through. First goal of Season 8 goes to Eli, drops this double tap off the post, rolls along the goal line, and Season 8 is off and running.
I love how it's a console player, a non-PC player that scores first, but the derecho on the board first. Observer, Mr. Wolf, GM of that franchise. Of course, V15 gets to watch his team tonight from pretty much a front row seat. Gets to see how he drafted this roster so far. It pays off right away. Maybe pays off again. Shraxel turns to make the touch away from his half, and V15, you were talking about it earlier. A lot of these players coming from prospect, moving up into the Rising Star level, and with us not having prospect anymore, do you think that puts more pressure on your first round pick, considering that they're maybe not playing with teammates who are as incredible as they had last season?
Oh yeah, I think it would be very interesting to see how that lines up. It's going to be a lot on cohesion with a lot of these lineups. And we're obviously, since we're moving up to 16 teams in Rising Star and 16 teams in Challenger, it's sort of increased the numbers of players in each tier, obviously, and increased the skill gap between each tier, which could cause some issues at different levels and could cause the top pick here. We have Fluffy on Des Moines, and on Bemidji we have Bob the Huge Man. See if they can fuse well, can mesh well with their teammates in early stages and not feel like they have to take over the game, which sometimes tends to happen. So I'll be interested to see how that progresses, how teams are able to find a balance, especially when there's a bit of a wider skill range between each team.
Hanging on was the derecho for a second, but out of that corner, Bob finally finds the touch back to Black Belt, who gets a great infield pass to Schlaxel, and that is just a classic passing play out of the corner V15. And I decided, yesterday afternoon, I had some time on my hands, and I was wondering if I would be co-casting with you, and it's because, you're on my Brainerd franchise with me, and I had some questions. Just, what are you looking forward to this season the most? What is catching your eye about this completely revamped and rebranded, I guess you could say challenge of a league?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a great season. Obviously, I'm completely ditching Ben Storm with the Bemidji cast now with the Brainerd cast here, so RIP to that. But I think it's going to be a fun season. I'm actually really excited for the format. I think having a lot of double headers week by week is going to be really interesting, because I think a lot of teams, sometimes if they're not having the best scrims, you step into one best of 5 and you aren't really up to snuff, you aren't able to win that game 5, and then it's kind of all over. But having that second series, being able to play up, get more into the game, and week in, week out, having to perform pretty consistently, I think it's going to affect some teams and really show whoever's putting in the most work to bring that level of success and make sure they can get and accurately reflect themselves in the standings. So
I agree. I think overall, this season's going to hold more of a weight when it comes to a night-to-night basis. If you lose one match per night, it's not going to mean much, but there is Straxel to get the lead for Bemidji and the Lumberjacks. This is incredible. A great pressure off of this corner, able to find the open shot, and they now have the lead with 59 seconds left to be. But going back to your point, with the doubleheaders consistently being a part of almost every single week except for this first one, honestly, it's going to be, I know as a player it's going to be easier for me, because I go into every week thinking, if we lose the first match, we have the second one to at least win too, because it's like, you get on, and if you lose your first series 3-0, you get on for pretty much three games in one set, and you're just done. And if it's a real quick sweep, it almost seems like you're disappointed in yourself with how you played. But 25 seconds, Bemidji trying to hang on to this 1-goal lead. We'll see if they can do it against the Derecho, who are one of the expansion franchises that were added. Can they be the first franchise to get an expansion franchise win out of those 4? But it's not looking too good as they run into each other off the bump. Straxel gets the hat trick. Game 1 firmly secured for the Lumberjacks.
Yeah, this seems like a very familiar sight with the Lumberjacks taking another game, some aggressive play there, and bumping in between 2 Des Moines players. Securing that comeback, an early goal for Des Moines, kicking off with Eli there, but everything settles out for this Bemidji team, able to bring some aggression, able to get the ball, and able to get this first win, which is really huge to get up on this front foot. Obviously, we're still doing best of 5 series, so only 2 more games coming up. And see if they can close this one out, or if this Des Moines team can turn it around. I'm also interested, going back to the setup with having double headers. A big factor of this is, I think, going to be availability and strength of franchises as a whole. Obviously, since we're having 2 matches a night, if someone can't show up on one Friday, then instead of it being like, oh yeah, that's fine. If someone misses 2 weeks, that's okay. If someone misses 2 weeks in this structure, you're missing a quarter of the season, which sounds quite heavy.
That's scary. That is scary. That holds a lot of weight, V. That's a massive point to make, because now that you think about it, it's like, you need subs more than ever then. It is more important for your lower level teams to be good and be solid, because they may be needed in a situation where, hey, we got a doubleheader tonight. One of our guys can only make 1 series. Well, then you need that sub for the second series, and maybe it's a super important win that you need. And as a result, V, honestly, I think that overall, you hit the nail on the head when it comes to what's really at stake for these teams. But game number 2. Of course, you see the 6 players on your screen. Going to hop into game number 2, see what we get out of the Lumberjacks, who, a great start so far, V, up 2 up 2 goals in that first game, able to get that pretty much insurance goal right away. But great shot out of the corner from Gerg, and 1-0 lead for the Des Moines derecho.
There we go. Gerg's introduction into MCS with that first goal here. Now everyone's on the board in history. Great angle there. Sending it across with power and pace, putting it to the center of the net. And off the board again, similar to what happened previously in the last game. Let's see if Des Moines team is able to expand upon this and not give 3 goals to the Lumberjacks right away.
Good touch from Bob into the corner. Pressure from Straxel out of that corner. And I like what Bemidji's doing, V. They're really trying to push right away off of that kickoff. If they get scored on, they're trying to answer back, and they're not waiting. It's a good thing you're seeing a lot from Straxel, and especially Block Belt. Great shot top corner. 2 players from the derecho there, and the Storm can't even turn it away.
Oh, what a shot there. Almost a fake there from Straxel. Block Belt in the right position. Pace of play, the following to the ball. Bemidji is really quick to take a hit, able to capitalize on these shooting opportunities quite fast and take over when they need to. The tempo is extremely quick, and I could credit that to Bob, having played many rank open against him. He sets the tempo, makes sure players are moving quick and fast, rotating through, and he'll be passing that through onto his teammates because every touch seems to be followed up upon. Big double from Straxel on the goal line here. Bob thrusts this one down. Is Block going to put this one away? He can! Fluffy can't quite get behind that one, and once again, Bemidji now restoring their lead in game 2.
Great job by Block Belt to put that on target. Fluffy can't get there, and again, Des Moines under pressure now, having to deal with another 1-goal lead that they just can't. I mean, Monkey's right in chat. They gotta wake up. I mean, we're already on match day number 1, and you're already almost halfway through your first series. And honestly, I think that overall, you need to come with another hammer. But Bob, the huge man, doesn't care. A great drop down pass from Straxel, and these two look incredible off the start of the season.
Yeah, how many scrims have these two been running already? That is incredible synergy coming up already for this lineup. And this is what I expected. I mean, I feel like as the skill level is increasing, ever increasing, especially in this Rising Star tier, I think we're going to see some crazy goals this season. And we're already seeing one great team play in the first series of the season.
I think Bob overall, V, is really brought it this series, and he was eventually going to make his way into Rising Star. We all knew that. But Gerg, it's actually Eli. They're running sort of the same color car. I couldn't tell them apart, but Eli, regardless, going to read that out of the same corner Gerg scores in, and 3-2 now. It's just it's incredible, honestly, to see.
Yeah, it's insane. I mean, the sharp angles are being put away by this Des Moines sign. They got the training packs at the ready. As Gerg sends this one up, trying to get another one here. Can't quite get the touch. Fluffy follows this one up, beat out by Bob the Huge Man. Eli's gonna have to get a touch on here. Does bit demo on the shooters. Double commit here, but no one's falling for this Bemidji side. But bit of a mystery from Fluffy. Some more space and time to be taken here, but Blocko beats out 2. Looking for a demo. Can't go get it, but throws Fluffy off. Bump there from Bob the Huge Man. Fluffy flicks this one over the top. Can Straxel get it? Yes, sends it to the right corner. Gerg puts this one in the middle. Another demo on the shooters. Another demo on the back line. Blockboat's clearing him out. But a great clear from Eli. There's quite a lot of demos coming out and throwing out here early in this game too.
I like it, V. You know, we love the physical play. JTB would be yelling bully ball at this point, but regardless, we've got a game on our hands. I want to say, you know, you can ask the question, what is Des Moines doing wrong? Honestly, they're not doing anything wrong. I really think that this is just a war of attrition. It's who wants it more. Both teams playing some incredible Rocket League. The shots are incredible. The passes are just, I mean, so fine form for the first week of the season. And this just tells me that by adding 16 teams, I honestly think we made the right decision for this. I mean, Rising Star and Challenger both. It just, we're going to see some incredible Rocket League between, I mean, really 8 great teams every night. So, yeah, looking forward to the rest of the night too, V. But for now, Des Moines hanging on to the 1-goal lead, and they're doing a great job of defending or Bemidji, excuse me, holding on to the 1-goal lead. Des Moines trying to really just push their way through and tie this game up, but they can't find any opening.
They can't get a shot here, but they are putting a ton of pressure on Bemidji. This ball really hasn't left their own half the past 30-40 seconds, so I don't know what the boost levels are looking for. Bemidji goes Gerd for that one. Eli steals a boost again. Maybe a low boost situation, but Bob can't quite get the touch. Fluffy there, following this one up, looking to flick this out to a teammate. Plays a slow game, tries to get a shot. Traxel this time, passes through the net. Another big double from Black Belt, throwing off the synergy of this void side. Eli trying to get this one, pops this one out. Fluffy trying to find an outlet pass. 1 minute left here as Eli centers it for Gerd, puts a shot on net. It doesn't quite have the pace that it needs to. And once again, we're going back to this cycle of defense for Bemidji where they may be under pressure, but they're able to handle it, and really no threatening shots come out for Des Moines.
40 seconds on that clock. Derecho trying to punch their way through. Bob and Bemidji hanging on, and the defending Rising Star champions with a completely different roster this season. Drafting, had an opportunity to get Ori back, but weren't able to secure him. And I mean, honestly, seems like a distant memory at this point, as Bob with a massive clear downfield. Maybe he follows up his own shot. He does. Gerg reads it out of the corner. Fluffy's bumped by Straxel. Black Belt, though, overcommitted on the touch. Gerg with a chance here out of the corner, steals the corner boost. 2 players commit from the Lumberjacks. Fluffy into that corner, trying to keep pressure up for the derecho, but they don't have any ball possession. Eli gonna pop to Gerg. Does he have a double tap out of the corner? He does, but it goes too far. Fluffy, can he get there? He can't. And the Lumberjacks up 2-0.
Strong showing from this Lumberjack side, but take no credit away from this derecho team. Out shooting the Lumberjacks, out pressuring the Lumberjacks. They just need to find that finishing touch, but they just weren't able to put it away. Some good opportunities, and obviously that crazy passing play that we saw between Schlaxel and Bob the Huge Man being the all-important goal, leading them towards a 3-2 victory and putting them on match point ever so quickly, heading into this game 3, an all-around team effort. All teams carrying their own weight and bringing up a lot of points. So a very well-rounded matchup, and some great Rising Star action going already.
I agree, V, and we're looking at things where I want to say the derecho should do something differently, but again, they're just losing by 1 goal. It's really just who wants it more. A couple of bounces go their way, but maybe tightening up on the defensive side will help their chances a little bit more. But regardless, looking at the post-game stats, you have, I mean, a great performance from Black Belt. Bob, I mean, doing all pretty much on the field at the moment, clearing the ball out as best as he possibly can. But heading into this 3rd game, V, derecho are down 2. Reverse sweep, is it? Do you think it's coming in?
It always seems to happen, doesn't it? So why not stop this one?
There's a chance. There's definitely a chance. We can't rule it out, but yeah, first match of the night may be over quickly if the derecho can't figure something out.
And I don't know how much else they need to do. I really feel like they played that game 2 outplaying this Bemidji side, but maybe there were a few minutes where they fell off behind. Could we see another early goal in this game 3? No, Black Belt denies it. Bob the Huge Man sends this one up top. Gerg looking for a teammate, finds Eli, pops this one out, is able to follow. No, Fluffy needs to get a touch on here. Beats out Traxel, was looking for the demo. Bob the Huge Man 50s with Eli. This one kicks around, pops out into the middle. Eli scoops this one up, off to the side corner. No early goal action this time for the derecho. Looking to get another dunk. Could be a chance here for Gerg. Flips over one, dodges the bump, gets the touch over Bob. Great solo setup for Gerg, but again, no one's really following up on this one. Everyone's playing a little bit of cautious play, a little midfield action just to figure this one out and not give away too many goals too early.
Overall, nobody has scored just yet. Although I do think that was a really close chance from the derecho. Bemidji, though, have been locked in their half for most of the latter half of this. I mean, the second game, and now this first game, Fluffy turns back. Able to get the first one on the board for the derecho. They're scoring first, V, but they're not winning the games.
Yeah, this might be a bad omen. It seems like deja vu here.
I agree. It's just, it just seems like they're constantly scoring first. It's just, what are you going to do with it? I mean, honestly, they got to start using that to their advantage. Is, score first, and then you can sit back the whole game. I mean, you don't have to press forward and do anything extra. Just focus on what you need to do and when you need to do it. And defensive wise, I think that'll help the derecho out a lot. But for right now, Bemidji on the attack.
Definitely, it seems like the derecho play their best when they're behind. So can they keep that same mentality, that same play style when they're ahead? Ignore the scoreline, play like it's 0-0, and double up on their advantage. Fluffy pops this one. Traxel puts this one towards the net. Gerg can't quite get it. And once again, for the third time running, Bemidji equalizes here on a long shot clearance that the derecho might just be pushed up a little bit too far.
Oh, I want to say Gerg could have maybe turned away and tried to hit that to his corner, but turned a little tight. Can't live on it, but regardless, another tie game. Open net though for Eli. That's going to drop all the way down. Derecho get it right back off the kickoff.
There you go. Whenever you need a goal, there's always a kickoff goal coming through. A great roll down. Of course, it doesn't bounce out where the two Bemidji players can read it. A bit of good fortune. First time we're seeing a return lead for this derecho side. So see if they can maintain this. See if they can maybe sit a little bit further back on that defensive line and confirm this game here.
Still half the game left. And right as we say that, double commit, open net, Traxel again has just been uncanny in this series on hitting shots. Steals it away from Black Belt, regardless, doesn't matter. They score anyways. And oh man, it's so tough because you wanna give credit to really just this derecho team for sticking in it, but they keep getting hit with counterpunch after counterpunch, and I mean, when's it gonna stop? You got to figure out a way to turn it down a level, and Fluffy doesn't have a lot of boost to do that. So still got 2 minutes to go here, plenty of time for Bemidji to cap this series off and finish us out, but still plenty of time though for the derecho to get something going. That's a demo in the back line. Fluffy can't get by Traxel. He just doubled it into his own net.
I'm speechless on that one. That was a great finish. I guess he's trying to beat up Fluffy, but
I don't even know what to say, V.
Things in front post, no bounce, and another fortunate goal here for the derecho, and they definitely won't be complaining here. But can they hang on here? Big commit there. Can Traxel return atone for his mistakes? He can't. While the huge fan sends this out wide, could be a chance here to counter for derecho. Eli takes it to the sky. Black Belt intercepts quickly there. Traxel looking to try this one down. Big intercept from Gerg. This will pop back out. Is that a shooter on that one, or is that demo taking it away? Looks like it happened. Eli walks this off, passes through the ball. Above the huge man taking over now. One touch out the middle. Can Gerg find a teammate here? Looks for Fluffy. Puts the shot. Great save from Black Belt. Needed that one, but the chance is not done yet as this one goes off the crossbar. And again, continued pressure here for this derecho side, looking to find the franchise's first win.
Minutes still left on that clock. 60 seconds. The demo from Traxel will put a lot of pressure on Eli. Has to get to the ball, and he does. He gets to the corner. Is demoed for his efforts. Gerg though has to recover back and does. That's a perfect back pass to Bob on his spawn. Puts it on target and a big save from Eli off his crossbar. And now the turnaround touch from Black Belt is turned away by Gerg. And defense for the derecho, they're hanging on by a thread, but they're making it work. And that's a recenter touch. No one is there for the Lumberjacks to cap it off, and Black Belt finally puts it on target, but Fluffy able to turn it away.
Man, the ball is just sitting there, asking to be taken away. Another chance for Bemidji here, holding on this derecho side. This one bounces out, another bump on the goal line. Eli gets it over, but this pops out up in front. Fluffy's bumped in the net. Can Jevich take it away? No. Blocked by the side of the shot, and he can't quite get it on target. Sends it wide, but again, the chance is still here for Bemidji. 15 seconds left. Derecho need to hang on here. Traxel looks to be leaving this for a teammate, but no one tends to be going. Black Belt is here. This one kicks out. Traxel pops it up. Can Bob attack this? Can Traxel attack this? Can anyone get a chance here? Ball is still up. Black belt trying to find a teammate on this right side. Can they put it down? Yes! The derecho, as we see their graphic pop up, the first win in a series for this franchise, and well-deserved, albeit quite a bit fortunate with that Shrek lone goal. But
I will say, it was useful, V, but at the end of the day, you take it. It's regame time. You win one. Now you move on to the second. You say, hey, guys, we got one. One more to go, and it's an even series again. So it just seems like they didn't even play the first two games, honestly. But regardless, game number 4 coming on up. And V, I think we're going to a game 5. Honestly, the derecho, that's their first official match win. They're looking for their first series win. But regardless, I think overall, we need to look at this as the derecho finally got one. Now they just need to get this second, and then we're in game 5 where it's anybody's ball game.
Exactly. You can think about it. I mean, 2 rookies on this derecho side, getting those nerves done, seeing the name pop up on the screen, having that confirmation that okay, we're in it, we can run this back. And I mean, I feel like if I'm coming out of that game too, I'm feeling really positive, out shooting, out pressuring this Bemidji side. So it all comes down to this game 4. I think they do have it in them. It always tends to be a game 5 showdown. It'd be a great kickoff for the season for MCS, but I'm sure Bemidji will look to restore some of this pressure that they had to finish up the end of game 3 and carry on right over here to game 4.
I agree. Now, nobody scores right off the kickoff. Some chances, though. Fluffy's going to have to recover back. Huge touch from that first round pick for the derecho, and Fluffy has been huge in this series so far in keeping them in it. But it's really been Gerg for me, who hit a couple shots earlier on and then has been, grown quiet. But Fluffy hasn't slowed down, and he's gotten better and better as this series has gone on. I don't know, maybe some nerves at the beginning, but finally woken up, and he's giving the derecho a chance. But right now, nobody has possession of the ball.
Yeah, it's up in the midfield once again. We saw this the previous game, but definitely plenty of demos coming out. Ball here been causing chaos. This one bounced towards the net. The demo spawn pays off for Gerg, but being beat from Bob, able to get it, but blocked out again, has the chance to put this one towards the net. Takes a light touch. Bob can't quite get the dunk out of the way. Eli with a great clearance there on the sidewall. Able to go towards Fluffy, looking to find a teammate, linking up with the player. See a passing play here. Tries to get the double touch. Nearly converts. Sends it high rather than towards the net. And again, this ball is to the skies. Bemidji looking for block belt. Gets the beat out. Tries to put up an opportunity here. And there we go. The leading first goal for this Bemidji side. Block belt, a great drop down. I mean, a great pinch and a deserved goal at the start of this one.
I mean, that is just an incredible play. Put together. Schraxel the block belt off the sidewall. Block belt puts it in a spot where Schraxel can just sit there and let the ball hit him. And it's a literal free 50-50 into the net. Now Schraxel off the sidewall, drops it down for Bob. 50-50 off the post. Now a counterattack for the derecho. Block belt, though, will get back in time. Will get his corner boost stolen, though. So that was an open net for Fluffy, but didn't have the boost to get there. Kirk turns off the steal. Eli is blocked by block belt, and defense for the Lumberjacks hanging on in the 4th game.
Oh man, the side flip in net there. Fluffy doesn't have the boost to take over, and some great defense from block belt, keeping him in this one, holding on to this lead. Traxel kicks this one out. This one's going to a dangerous location. Gerg gets a touch, but it's not out. Good coverage by Eli there. Sweeps this one out. Bob looking for a teammate. Ends up getting demoed in the process. Gerg can't go get the 50, but Eli's there. This one's coming out in front of net. Is anyone to put it away? No. Eli just coasts across, but maintains the ball in this positioning. Fluffy, that's a terrible 50 for Des Moines, and Traxel's there to capitalize. He's, of course, in the perfect position, doubling the advantage for the Bemidji Lumberjacks.
Great play for Traxel. I mean, he's been huge this entire series. He has just kept on going, kept on trucking along, and as a result, he's put his team in a very, very good position to win this series. I think that overall, he's my MVP so far with how he's played.
Yeah, I'll add an extra goal on the stat sheet for him. It'll look even better. But I do agree. I mean, he's come back out. I mean, if you have basically the goal that ends up losing the game, you can sort of get in your head. But he's obviously responded here incredibly with 2 goals, 6 shots, leading his team on the scoreboard. And I mean, maintaining this pressure, really no chances here for this derecho team to get an offense, and Blockbelt is going to continue that. Looking to get the tight angle, pops this one out of the middle. He doesn't need to put it away because Bob is darting in there. A 3-0 lead for Bemidji, and it's looking quite dangerous for this derecho team.
I mean, they still are not out of it. I will say that. There is 2 minutes still left in the game. You have 1:49, but for the derecho, you are knocking on heaven's door, trying to find some sort of prayer. But right now, I mean, it's all Bemidji in the 4th game, looking to cap off their first series win of the season with a 3-1. And if they get it done, it would be another great season of drafting for Ben Storm, because he found a team that wins their first series. And I'll tell you, that's pretty difficult. But Fluffy, though, with a flip reset catch, gets under one, tries to get over both of them. He does. Eli, though, flips into it, but Gerg is there to clean it up, and that got scary real quick, but they're able to get one in 20 seconds.
Oh, great setup from Fluffy. The low boost pop over 2 players, incredible. I don't know how that 50 from Eli went straight out to Gerg, but they will take that one. They're moving. That offense was great. Perfect setup from Fluffy. And yeah, 2 goals left in a minute 20. I've seen it happen plenty of times, so let's see if they can maintain the cause, maintain the positioning. See a double commit there from Des Moines. This one pops out. Eli's in an awkward spot, gets a great touch there. Straxel trying to get in front of it. Blockbelt sending it down. Straxel, can you put this one away? No. Gerg sends it to the sidewall. Eli picks it up. Low-ish boost, but flicks this one out. This could be a dangerous read for Blockbelt, but no, he's been solid all day on that defensive line. But pops this one out to Fluffy. Could be a chance here. Trying to find a teammate. Eli 50s it around. Bob, an important touch there, and the seconds continue to tick down as the shot goes towards the net, and Blockbelt, he does it on defense, he does it on the offense, restoring that 3-goal lead, taking advantage, and beating out this derecho side.
He just can't be stopped. I mean, like you said, he's got defense on point, offense is on point. I mean, honestly, this Bemidji team looks so well-rounded. The passing plays, though, are really what's getting me for them. They're finding each other at just unbelievable facets, and I loved what I saw from Bob, especially on defense as well, shutting down a lot of these passing lanes. Eli, though, trying to pass back to Gerg. These guys, these star players know to pass the ball. We need to take some notes.
Wow, the rotations is perfect. This touchdown, there's all these passing plays right in front of the net. I mean, there's nothing they can do. There are 3 people on defense, but Bemidji looks stun-locked because this is a perfect setup play.
Now you're looking at, I mean, pretty much a goal in 9 seconds. Can you find it? Derecho on offense. Fluffy into the corner. Does he have a 50 under Blockbelt? He doesn't. He mistouches the ball, and that likely will be it. 5 seconds going to tick away. Bemidji with their first victory on the board in season number 8 of MCS.
Looking to continue the Rising Star dynasty that Ben Storm is starting to create over there with the whole new lineup. He's cooking up round 2.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. He's cooking up dynasties, but I mean, Ben Storm, incredible GM, puts together an incredible roster. Overall, I loved what I saw out of Bob that whole series. Straxel, though, for me, series MVP. Just, I mean, scored in every facet of the game. Couldn't be stopped on offense. Did it all in the midfield. Had Blockbelt there to give him the ball. Had Bob there to receive any pass that he gave him. And as a result, these guys look so good. It's just, it's going to be scary for who's ever dealing with them. Honestly, hats off to the Lumberjacks as they played an incredible Series B. And that was just our first one of the night. It's 6:45, so we got to hop into this next one.
Exactly. I'm excited to see this. And I mean, we keep talking about Bemidji and the Bemidji team, and we're going to see an ex-Bemidji Rising Star player in Ori suiting up for his debut on the Bloomington Maulers coming up here as they face off against another new franchise. We've got the Fargo Steelhawks. Be sure to stick around and see how that series ends up.
shut my eyes, but it took me time to care. No excuses, I'm feeling useless, 'cause you're not playing fair. We've been played by the hand that we laid, knowing we will never win. Keep your turn as a lesson learned for the ending to begin. 'Cause it's settled in my mind, yeah, it's settled in my mind. 'Cause it's settled in my mind again. Yeah, it's settled in my mind, yeah, it's settled in my mind. 'Cause it's settled in my mind again. Things get old because we've been told that it shouldn't be this hard. You won't give because I won't take. We're conflicted from the start. 'Cause it's settled in my mind, yeah, it's settled in my mind. 'Cause it's settled in my mind again. Yeah, it's settled in my mind, yeah, it's settled in my mind. 'Cause it's settled in my mind again.
It's settled in my mind, yeah, it's settled in my mind. 'Cause it's settled in my mind again. Yeah, it's settled in my mind. 'Cause it's settled in my mind. 'Cause it's settled in my mind again. Again.
'Cause it's settled in my mind, yeah, it's settled in my mind. 'Cause it's settled in my mind again. Yeah, it's settled in my mind, yeah, it's settled in my mind. 'Cause it's settled in my mind again. I don't wanna lose it all, no. Me and you and me was a dream at first. I got lost in your world, in your universe. I never thought our love would ever end. I messed up, made it worse, pushed you away. All that fighting and pain till you left one day. Wish I could take back all those things I said. I can't deny that I miss you, and I know that you miss me too. So let's get over our issues and go back to me plus you. I know that things weren't perfect, but I think it's worth it. Nobody knows you like I do. I can't deny that I miss you, I miss you. Let's go back to me plus you. I can't deny that I miss you, and I know that you miss me too. So let's get over our issues and go back to me plus you. I know that things weren't perfect, but I think it's worth it. Nobody knows you like I do. I can't deny that I miss you, I miss you. Let's go back to me plus you. I'm a mess, I'm a wreck when I see your face, and I know that you're feeling exactly the same. Let's stop pretending we should stay apart. Tried to meet someone new, but they can't compare. And I know that I'm being a bit unfair, but you're the only one that's in my heart. I can't deny that I miss you, and I know that you miss me too. So let's get over our issues and go back to me plus you. I know that things weren't perfect, but I think it's worth it. Nobody knows you like I do. I can't deny that I miss you, I miss you. Let's go back to me plus you. I can't deny that I miss you, and I know that you miss me too.
Let's do it, friends. Welcome back. V&V took a small short break, got some water, got some popcorn, especially got a big bowl of popcorn because we have got back-to-back expansion franchises competing tonight, V. One of them is going to go up against one of the best players in Rising Star last season, and the Fargo Steelhawks and the Bloomington Maulers going to face off here in our second match of the night. What are you looking forward to, V?
Yeah, it's going to be a good matchup once again. See if the Fargo Seahawks can expand upon the one win of the derecho and try to beat them out in terms of overall wins, get an early start. But I think there's going to be some good matchups. Obviously, some strength up at the top. We have Mal for Fargo and, of course, Ori, the ex-Bemidji player for Bloomington. But both teams pretty well-rounded. Lots of experience, obviously, with S-Waves coming from that Hibbing Rising Star team who went 9-2 last season. But obviously some experience from Sear with previously playing for the Victory Rising Star. So we're seeing more Rising Star players once again, see if they are going to show us the uptick in skill and competition that we saw in that previous series right here.
Now, of course, I'm looking forward to our schedule, which is just going to show us how things have gone so far. So far, we have the derecho falling to the Lumberjacks in 4 games. Now we're looking at the Maulers and the Steelhawks and the Rangers and the Buffalo taking on each other, and we got that fixed for you. But Rhythm and Jungle, that seems a little bit, unfortunately not going to be able to show that match. That one, of course, a forfeit for the Rhythm, who cannot field a team as a result of not having a sub available, and gonna have to jump into the loss category, are the Rochester Rhythm. But regardless, we've got our second match of the night, our second series of the night. It's going to be a good one. B, what is your prediction for this upcoming series?
It's going to be a big showdown. Obviously, I'm still kind of Bemidji pilled, so I'm feeling this Bloomington side will come out hot, and we'll see how they perform. And, I'm interested to see this showdown. I want to see what they're bringing, and if really the first series of the day was just an anomaly when it came to some crazy passing plays, or if this is really the new standard that we're setting for Rising Star. And additionally, we had some games off stream that I can't report upon. We have Duluth Superiors sweeping the Minnetonka Barons 3-0, and the St. Paul Senators getting a 3-1 win over the Burnsville Inferno. So big results coming out. It's a big sweep coming out for this Duluth side. So results are coming in, and we'll see how this matchup here kicks off.
Nobody scoring right off the kickoff yet, but you see that beautiful Steelhawks orange on the top right, top left of your screen, whatever you want to say, the right side of the scoreboard. Bob Slinger, Mal, and of course, Sonny or S-Baves, a very physical player for this Rising Star League, has been here for a long time. And then you've got Ori, Sear, and Windy on the side of the Maulers. I'm excited to see what we get from Ori and Sear. I feel like those two are going to be one of the scariest duos in Rising Star for offensive side of the ball, really. I mean, you already see Sear finding Windy on the far side. Back to Sear. Bloomington Maulers already on the board. A great passing play from the corner to me, to you, to the net.
Great vision. I mean, you see that clearance. I mean, I thought Sear was just going to pop that one towards the net, but no, he's thinking about the next play. Looks for the pass, finds Windy, and a perfect pass off that backboard. Getting off the first goal, if you continue with his passing, as Bob Slinger puts it in the middle, no one's quite there. Mal trying to put this one on target. What a snipe! Rips top left shed. Incredible angle, incredible beat. Puts it around Windy and evens it up.
I mean, you can't get more top left than that. I can't get better than that. Hits the crossbar, kisses it to the back of the net, and I'm liking what we're seeing already. Some incredible Rocket League from these two teams so far. And again, already, the Fargo Steelhawks just can't be stopped off the kickoff.
Man, S-Waves is removing that Boosty Boys title of being demo heavy and just whips up a crazy double tap. He's a new man this season. What a shot, what a mechanic, what a setup. All 3 goals have been pretty insane in all 3 different rights. And as we come to the 4th one, that was insane, maybe not on the positive flight, as can't quite get the read on this touch. It'll take him however it goes, and it's already up to a barn-burning start here.
Speedy, that's for sure. But the Steelhawks have broken away after an incredible play by the Maulers to open us up. But now the Maulers off the kickoff. Sear with good pressure. Speedy to the ball was Ori, trying to make something happen, but regardless, couldn't find anything. And again, Bloomington having to figure out what they want to do on offense. Sunny into that corner. We'll turn it to the side. Bob Slinger now going to put pressure. Double commit out of that corner. Booms all the way downfield. Ori has to play possession here. Tries to get by 1. Gets a good possession. Gets over 2. Doesn't take a flip reset. Double commit forces it out of course, the Fargo Steelhawks. But the Steelhawks starting off strong in this series, V15. Already up 2. And they've scored 3 goals. I mean, the shooting slump and the scoring slump is definitely out of their minds now.
Yes, definitely. They're putting them away. They're getting the chances, and we're seeing a few missed touches, a few double commits. Obviously, first game of the series. Just trying to get out of those nerves, trying to get those balance out as Espe is going to demo on the back line. Bloomington does not pay for that. It's already sends this across. Trying to find a teammate. Cleared out by Mal. Sear pops it out to the middle. Again, no teammate there. Bob's backwards. Can't quite get the read. Espe goes this one out. This ball just sitting in a dangerous location. Big demo there from Ori. Sear trying to capitalize. Saved out by Espe's. Important touch there as this ball continues to bounce out into the middle. Espe clears this one out. Thought there would be a chance there for this Bloomington side to answer, but some strong defense now. Switching over the Steelhawks is Mal. Trying to take this one to pie. Goes off the ceiling. Sear can't go get the read on this one either. One pops out, Ori gets it away. Bob Slinger trying to route around the corner. Windy gets the touch this time, and Bloomington looks to transition out.
Great pop touch from Mal. Puts pressure on Sear, who has to get a good touch, and Sear was expecting a free ball there. Mal, because he hits it to the ceiling, doesn't allow Sear to literally just collect the ball and not have to burn any boost, and as a result, Sear has to burn through pretty much half his tank to get up to that ball and doesn't get anything out of it. Now Bob Slinger, top corner! Wendy turns it to the side, but Bob Slinger follows his own shot and pitches it to the back of the net.
Wow, what a play from Bob. That angle was crazy, and he follows it up. He doesn't assume it's in. Immediately pressures Sears on that one. Important goal to really give a strong advantage to the Steelhawks side, and they're firing all cylinders right here.
They definitely are. A minute 20 to go, and I like what I'm seeing, V. Out of the Fargo Steelhawks, they look good, but Bloomington, quiet, that's for sure. After that first goal, it just seems like they looked really good, and then all of a sudden, they like turtles just went back into their shell, and we really haven't come out since. Maybe Fargo can force it out of them, but Fargo, they will not go away at this point, locking the Maulers in their half, and they are running them over.
Pace, I mean, Bob has no boost. He's just chasing the ball around, beating out touches on this Bloomington side, and they're really not able to get anything under control. Just non-stop pressure. This ball now with full boost. Bob takes to the skies, puts it outside, kicks it out to the middle, gives a teammate there. No, Windy clears this one out. Mal looking to catch this one. 30 seconds left. Sear needs to find a teammate here, trying to get a chance. His time is dwindling down. 3-goal advantage to Fargo Steelhawks. Can they look to kick it off on the early start as Ori takes that one away, keeping a chance here for Bloomington. Kicks it down to 2, off the crossbar and in. And we still have a game on our hands, however tough it may look.
Do you think, V, though, that Bloomington has enough time? Because we have 16 seconds. Bloomington, I mean, a good touch from Sear. Maybe they get something here, but great pop touch. Windy goes right away, trying to give some sort of chance, but Sunny going to collect the ball, gets by 1. Windy pushes it to the corner. Fargo knows they've won the first game, and that's officially their first match win. Not match win. Yeah, match win, I guess you could say game win for the Steelhawks, who will get on the board. And honestly, a great performance out of them, V. I mean, you see the stat sheet. There's a reason why they won that game so convincingly by 2 goals. Is everybody putting in a great effort, masterful in that.
Yeah, very strong showing. Love that graphic of the Seahawks car, that bright golden shine.
I love the I just love the
color on that one. That is a great color for that.
It's so good. It just it looks at you and it smiles on every facet, B. But we didn't give our predictions, and I was leaning towards the Maulers, and now I'm kind of leaning towards the Steelhawks. Not gonna lie, kind of jumping on the Hawks train. Maybe they can fly high over everyone.
Yeah, I mean, the performance there from Bobslinger, first game, I think he's a rookie, first game in MNCS history, and he comes out to top his team after being a late 3rd round pick. So really impressive showing again. And on the other counterpoint, we have Ori, who we're talking about just at the bottom, but I know that he's someone who will step up, trying to bring that energy. I do want to see if this Bloomington side can recenter, refocus on some of that passing play, and honestly kind of just tighten up the rotation and look to get quicker touches, because I feel like the Seahawks are just running rampant over the ball and really pressing their own advantage.
I agree, V. Honestly, we saw a real good performance out of the Steelhawks in that first game, soaring literally over everyone, and Ori quiet. And honestly, I think it's just going to take him maybe a game or 2 to just get locked in here and focus up. But good start for the Maulers. They already have pressure. Mal, though, going to go missing. Ori to the sidewall. What does he find? Great infield pass to Sear. Sonny goes early to try and block him, but Sear gets it over him regardless. Follow-up from Ori is there, but it's turned away by Bobslinger. Mal, great pop touch to clear the line, and Windy going to put it to his corner. Now Maulers having to collect and try and repeat an offensive possession.
This one turns back over. Bloomington now gets the ball back once again from Fargo. Ball is changing hands quite quickly here. Ori just keeping it in the corner. Windy just gets a touch here. Has no boost. Kicks over to Bobslinger. Puts it off the corner. Ori a big touch. Could be a chance here if Windy can keep the momentum going. Great boost spawn. Timing there. And Windy taking advantage. Great save from Mal. He came up with the squishy there. Great angle. And this pinch is coming to dangerous spot to net. Sear this time coming through with the touch. Bobslinger now. This one will rattle out into the middle. Is anyone over there? Espace is up. And Sear gets an all-important touch. Many chances here coming through this Fargo side. Can they find the finisher? Up here from Bobslinger, this cuts out into the middle, but again, Sear, important interceptions, able to clear the lines, and seeing some sniffs at goal, but nothing quite fully found yet for either team.
They're sniffing, they're looking, they're trying to find an opening, but the door is just not open quite yet for Bloomington. But overall, great defense from the Steelhawks, but it's been a more, concerted game. We're 2 minutes in, V, nobody has scored yet. And this is really where both teams are kind of tightening down and not wanting to give up this second game, because it's important for Fargo. I mean, it's a 2-0 series lead, and it's important for Bloomington knows how important the game is. So if they can win this, they got a chance to tie up the series. But Windy into the midfield. Mal going to turn it to the side. Ori, great pop touch to try and get over Bobslinger, but can't do it. Mal is up way early, puts that on target. Windy turns it to the side, and defense from both teams reigning supreme so far in the second game.
Yeah, no one really taking too many risks on touch. I think it's very smart play. They're seeing a pass that might kick out in the middle and don't feel the need to dive in, trying to find the great chances, the high percentage shooting opportunities that they need. And Sear's going to take one of these right now as he puts it towards net. But Bob coming in at the back post at the right time. Espaves kicks it over. Ori gets a great pop on this one. We see 2 demos coming down. Espaves is alone on the field, but gets the all-important clearance touch. Sear kicks out to the middle, but no one's quite there. Bob does a great pop and takes the boost. Chance here for Espaves to find a teammate. Bob looking for the demo, and Sear can't quite connect on that one. Cleared back over into the lines. This one again popped up high. Sear again clearing the ball. He's had many clearances this game. Great catch from Espaves. Looking to put this on target. Ori cutting across this time. Once again, some big interceptions, some big touches, but all in all, nothing too threatening towards the net.
A minute and a half left. Nobody has scored. V, we played 3 quarters of the game so far. No one has found a goal quite yet. Sear, though, with an interesting touch in his midfield. Ori goes right away to turn it to the side. Sonny misses the ball, and now Mal gonna have to turn on this. What does he have? Doesn't have a ton of boost. Tries to get by Ori, but Ori with a great challenge off the sidewall. Bobslinger though reads it by one player, but doesn't get it on target, and Ori collects in this corner. Will be dunked by Sunny, and I love what I'm seeing out of the Steelhawks right now, V. They're doing a great job of keeping pressure on this Bloomington Mauler side. They're really doing a good job of challenging early and not giving Ori or Sear time. And as a result, they're struggling to work out of their half. But when they do, though, their goals did come in really, really quick succession. But Mal going to turn it away. Are we seeing overtime in this second game? I think we are, with no one scoring just yet.
Yeah, it's looking like it. It feels like one of these games where everyone's getting great touches, everyone's getting the important clears, but it can all come down to one moment, and Sear's trying to cause that with the big demo on Mal, but big interception there from S-Base, trying to find a teammate out into the middle. Can Mal take this one away? Hits the bounce shot, already pops this one up. Bob up early, no one contesting, looking to put this towards net. Windy this time, gets the clearance. Can Mal try to find a teammate, get this interception? Sear's trying to have none of it. Misses the touch, but causes some chaos there. S-Face beats one out. Can Mal get this one towards the net? He gets the touch on it. Is it able to follow it up? No. And with all the chances, with all the high skying balls up into the air, the Steelhawks can't quite put it away. We have our first overtime of the MCS season.
Sear looking for an attempt at a shot, but will not get it on target. Ori finds Sear in the midfield, but so awkward are the Bloomington Maulers. Misses come out from Windy and that opposing player on the side of the Steelhawks. Now the Steelhawks catch them out. Does Mal put it on target? He doesn't. Hits the post. It goes wide. That should have been in the net, but it's not. And as a result, we still play on in overtime. The first 30 seconds, though, are the most pressure-filled. Ori, pressure on him the entire time. And honestly, I think overall V15, this is some heavy Rocket League for really both of these teams. They both know the importance of the game, and I think it's definitely playing a factor. No one wanting to give an inch.
Pace of play just feels so rapid. I mean, Mal is just flying around this field, conserving everything you get. Esper is looking for something here. Gets the bump, air dribble bump. Important double commit. There'll be a chance for Mal to put it away. And the important bump, the trust wasn't quite there, or you're able to fight through it, but it kind of messed up Windy on his clearance as it pops out, and Mal there to take advantage of that. He will have that. He will have that 2-0 lead for the Steelhawks, looking to get a quick sweep and kick off this season with a bang for the Fargo Steelhawks.
I just love that color. Every time we see it pull up on stream, it's just, the color just looks so nice. And the Steelhawks up 2-0, V, and honestly, I think that if the Maulers don't figure something out, we are going to see a sweep, and it is going to be a quick one at that. But I mean, we've seen reverse sweeps. Ori has been involved in reverse sweeps before, but he's got a completely different roster. So, V, do you think that, you know, him and Sear not being as impactful as we think, do you think that's playing a factor in them not, you know, obviously being down 2-0 right now?
It comes down to a lot of stuff on the early season. I mean, you can always see how many scrims that you're running, how is your synergy as a whole team is. I mean, it is a pretty quick turnaround to figure out who your teammates are to playing this first series. And you do want to have someone step up and kind of organize, figure out how we want to play the series and approach things. Come in with a game plan, because it seems like the Steelhawks game plan is come in with pace and come with speed and beat everything out into the air to the ball, because they have been really just outpacing, it feels like, this Bloomington Mauler side. But they have shown signs of life, Bloomington. I mean, we saw that first goal, some great passing play, but it's felt like it's just been a bit behind. They haven't really linked up as often. So I'm wondering to see if there's a way for them to get back in this game. Can that find some of that connections that they had earlier on? But that's not the start you want to see there, as we've been early going from Mal, causing chaos once again. Is S-Babes through the front post, gets the bump onto Windy, and an early advantage for Fargo.
Ori Arts again bumped out of the way, and it just honestly, I mean, Fargo really just pushing through. Ori, though, with an answer, but Bob Slinger says no on his goal line. Now gets a counterattack by himself. Can he get by Sear? Dunks it through. Sonny's there. Ori goes missing to try and block it, but Mal overruns the ball. It does get by Windy, though, and awkward plays for Bloomington to have to deal with on defense. Double commit again out of the Steelhawks, but honestly, it is not mattering whether they double commit or not.
Yeah, there's always someone to follow this one up, and even if they miss it such like Mal, it just seems to work out. Big double in the third man there. S-Waves could clear this one down, but it pops out towards the middle. Beaten out by Ori. Can he get a redemption here after he got saved from Bob Slinger? Does not. But more pressure from Bloomington here. Important clearance and off the sidewall from Bob Slinger. Great take. S-Waves can shoot this one. Is there a demo on hand? No. Ori able to fight through this one. Sear clears this one out. Bob Slinger again there to respond to these hits. The pressure is on. Every touch that's hit by Bloomington is followed up by a Steelhawks car to intercept. And that's just what you want. You want no link-up play as another big demo from S-Waves. Ruining the synergy or the cycling that we've seen so far for this Bloomington side. And defensive touches are there. It's been a all-encompassing performance so far from the Steelhawks, and we need to see something change up for this Bloomington side, or else we could be having an early call to this matchup.
Sonny not going to go right away. We'll keep the pressure, though, and just because he's there, it's the presence for me, V, is Fargo doing a really good job of, you know, maybe we're not going for the ball right away, maybe we're just being annoying, but the presence alone is annoying for Bloomington to deal with. They constantly have to think about, oh, is Sonny behind me? Is Mal challenging me? He's in the area, but is he challenging me? I don't know. I mean, that just comes down to comms, but Sonny there will find the shot and a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, again, yeah, I agree with that. That's a great point. It seems like regardless of how much boost that they have, they're always looking to make a play on the car and challenge a ball where they need to, and it causes chaos for Bloomington. They could see someone and think, this guy's going to jump up and BB out to this touch, but they could just be in the same area and slowing down the play because they only have 12. So it really is an important showing, and they need to look for a chance here. They need to restore some balance. Ori could have a chance here. Sends it off sidewall. Again, another important clearance from Bob Slinger. Great take. Dribbles this one towards the net. Big pump from Mal, and oh, it's a Steelhawks party in Game 3. What a play there from Bob Slinger. Gets the perfect flip. And of course, Mal just destroying Windy like Windy got destroyed in Goal 1. I mean, it's an impressive all-around showing so far.
It is a Fargo Steelhawks party, and you are not invited if you are in red. And, I mean, the running interference play from Mal, so smart, gives Bob Slinger a walk in the park to the net. 3-0 lead, 2:12 to go. What do Bloomington have here? I mean, they still have plenty of time, but don't have a lot of chances and aren't putting a lot together. So, really, they've just been stuck in their half, really just cleaning up, and it has not worked out for them so far.
Yeah, it's just been no free touches. There's S-Waves contesting, 0 boost. He doesn't get the touch, but he throws Ori off his game, loses the ball, loses possession. There's always this sense of pressure. There's always a Steelhawks player around the ball, and it's really been killing this Ballers team. They can't get these individual touches, but there could be one from Sear as he flicks this one up. Bob Slinger once again able to send it to the corner. Ori now here with space, kicks it up with pace towards the ceiling, and no one's there to follow it up. And now Fargo has the ball here. Sear pops us to the middle, but again, no one's right there. It's a little bit too separate. It's a little bit too discordant, and Fargo will take that because they don't need another goal, but they would gladly take one. Here trying to find Ori there, gets off the post, and it's just not looking like it'll be Bloomington's day, is it? No, it's just not looking that great.
They're just not getting anything to go their way, of course, right now, V, but I mean, I still have faith in the minute left. Ori with a great touch over the top. Sonny, though, reads it and puts on Windy has no boost to make anything happen there. Now, Sear last back will get a dunk, but basically a 1-on-2. We'll find a backboard pass to Ori. That's on target. Bob Slinger, though, again turns it away, and he's been on the back line every single time for the Steelhawks defense. There's Sonny to turn the ball away, and the Fargo Steelhawks, a masterclass performance in this third game, looking to sweep their way to a series win.
Incredible showing incredible stand-up performance. First series for Bobslinger. I mean, what more can you want? He's doing everything on defense. He's flicking around defenders. He's doing it all, but it's all with the help of his teammates, Mal and S-Babes. It's just been a great start. You can see that these guys are just either they put in the work early or they're just made to play with each other, and Mal will put the nail in the coffin there. 4-0, sending it up high. They're having fun. It's an impressive sweep, kicking off the career of any Fargo Steelhawks, and definitely well-deserved.
I agree, and performance complete, game done. The Fargo Steelhawks are the first expansion team to win a series in the MCS, and it comes in Rising Star, and a performance nevertheless to be just masterful. I mean, what is that, 12 saves on the side of the Fargo Steelhawks? Just unbelievable, honestly. Unbelievable performance. I mean, you can't discredit them at all. Bloomington gave it everything they had, but again, you brought it up earlier, V. How much? I mean, how many scrims have we been playing? How many games have we been playing overall that you can justify a first series loss? Honestly, sometimes it just things don't work out. But also you have to think, V, that maybe this was the first time that these guys had played with each other. I don't know. We won't. We do not know. So. Regardless, that's our second series of the night, and it's already done. We're looking at our third and final one.
This is a great showing, a great competitive matchup, and of course, why not just continue it? We've seen some great action out of these expansion franchise. How about we add another one to the mix? We've got coming up next the ever-present Hibbing Rangers versing against the brand new Omaha Buffalo. Be sure to check it out.
Got wandering eyes that I seem to follow. Can only stay still for some time.
does it feel so hard to breathe? Why does it feel so hard to breathe? So hard to breathe. Never found, but these voices bring me to my knees. Again, why do you waste your light on me? Again, feeling the ground collapse on me.
They screaming, this is my moment, my fate written, I'm chosen. Other spirits fall, but mine has ceased to be broken. You stripping down my pride, but I'm my only opponent. And lately I abide, but limitless I've awoken. So let me show you that everything I sacrificed mattered. All that blood, sweat, tears that I scattered. All that fake talk, fear that you splattered. Push me to right here, a new chapter.
Here now, waiting for the flag to fall. Here now, cutting through the rolling fog. You know you need it. It's so close, I feel it. Here now, this is the moment.
One too many times, the shots that y'all are taking. One too many times that I've been stuck patient on my downfall. Antidote seeking while I was vacant, but the crown falls simply to those who try to take it. One shot to get two paid, and my three wet like lemonade. 4 times and I step back just to reload and I let it spray. This is everything that I need, everything that I wanted, everything that I bleed. This is victory and I got it, cause I'm
Here now, waiting for the flag to fall. Here now, cutting through the rolling fog. You know you need it. It's so close, I feel it. Here now, this is the moment.
right here, right now, right now.
Here now, waiting for the curtain call. Here now, this is the moment. We stand and watch the world go up in flames. We fight for love until we die in vain. When the sky
Midwest
Almost.
Championship Series. I've already messed up the intro. MidwestCarSoccer, whatever. We're all of those things. We're everything. We're coming back to you with our third series. Actually, no, our last series of the night as well.
Yeah.
Our fourth one did unfortunately get canceled. So, we got a good one. Rangers and Buffalo, and all new teams, of course, this season. So how are you feeling about this one, quick?
I'm pretty excited to see this match. We've got Percy on the side of the Omaha Buffalo, returning prospect champion from last season. Super excited to see what he can do here. But yeah, as far as this matchup goes, I think it's definitely going to be a tight one. Our last two series of the night, that last one being a sweep, the only series not that close, the Bemidji Lumberjacks versus the Des Moines Derecho starting it off. Bemidji taking that one by 3. If we want to throw up that schedule on the screen here real quick, yeah, it's been some tight Rocket League, some super exciting Rocket League. I think this is the best Rising Star cast that we've had so far, Tibbles.
Really? Okay. Well, that's saying something. Yeah, this third series, I haven't really been able to tune in just yet, but this third series I think will be really, really interesting. And some of these players, it's a mix of new and old. So it's going to be really interesting to see how they kind of interact with each other and really what happens with this game. But I believe we have everybody in the lobby, don't we?
Think so. I saw everybody in there a second ago. I know somebody ran off real quick to get set up, get comfortable before the match. This is definitely going to be a battle of attrition. No, you're correct. We've got all the players joining the lobby now. Going to get game number 1 underway really quick here. Tibbles, predictions. What do you got for us?
Ooh, no, that's a hard one because this is the first series of the season. I'm going to say the Buffalo. I think Irish was a player that I was looking at in combines, made my short list. And I think they're really good. I think they could really take it here. What about you?
I'm going to go the other way. I'm going to go with Hibbing on this one. They've got Jack, who's a strong returning player. And then they've got 2 new rookies here in Hadron and OJ. So I didn't get a chance to really see them during combines. Really curious to see what they're going to bring to the team here. But Jack, a very, very strong player himself, getting started underway. And we're going to see Hibbing immediately try to pressure this ball into the opposing side. Clearing it out. Oh, I'm sorry, going the other way. Hadron looking to keep this one off net. And Irish looking to put it on, but just off. A little slow shot, maybe some nerves. Getting game number 1 underway here.
Yeah, Percy needing that touch from some pressure from Jack, and he does get a really good touch, but this aggression from Rangers has been really interesting. Hadron, good pass to the middle, just floats, nobody there. Percy will take a 50 with Jack. Now Hibbing have a chance to break, but a great touch from Iso will send it backwards. Shot on target, Iso can't get there, and Rangers will strike first.
Just behind that third man there. A great touch, well, maybe not a great touch by Iso. A great read by Jack on that one. Barely puts it back. Iso scrambling on it to get back. But 1 goal with only a minute gone here. Plenty of time. Definitely looking like some nerves coming out on side of the Omaha Buffalo. First series of the season. You got to imagine we're going to experience a lot of that throughout the matches as we move through this week.
Oh, yeah, definitely. You want to start your season off hot. Get that first series win, under your wing, and then move on from there. But like you said before, this is going to be a series of attrition. It's going to be a hard one to fight through, and both teams are here for it. I'm waiting for that response from Buffalo. Won't quite come there with that miss from Iso. Percy J, a miss from him as well. Irish trying to send that back into the mixer. No follow-up, except for Camo back the other way. Iso will collect. Immediately challenge again. Camo back the other way, and it's just a lot of chaos right now in the midfield, quick.
It sure is. Both players trying to get their feet planted on the ground and figure out how to get a play going here. An awkward touch from Percy. Percy's going to leave for Jack. OJ trying to put it on, but it's just over. A great clear by Iso. Iso, I think, is the man to watch on this Omaha side. He is looking pretty strong here, making some great touches on the offensive side, but Jack keeping that one a double touch off the wall. Great read by Jack there to put them up by 2 as we approach the halfway point. I did not see that coming, Tibbles. Oh my gosh, what an incredible touch by Jack.
Yeah, the speed coming out from Jack as well. Iso not expecting that one either. Trying to take his time with it. Jack will not let him have that at all. That will be that second goal for Hibbing now. Still waiting on that response from Omaha. Now having to do some defense is Hibbing. Iso has some possession now, has a chance. We'll give it away. Back the other way. Camo will receive that pass. again, Hadron will intercept a lot of interceptions in this game, and if they can get a pass here, Hibbing could put in their third, and they do. Chemo, a great pass down to him, and finally sneaks it past that defender.
Man, what a read off the wall by Hadron here. Getting up on top of that great speed like you mentioned, getting around the ball and just dishing it down to OJ. Oh man, there was absolutely nothing that Omaha could do to stop that one. That's going to put them up by 3 in a pretty comfortable spot here in game 1. Now, I think something to keep in mind, a great read by ISO. Oh my gosh. What a fantastic read on that ball off the side. Kickoff by Percy, pops out perfectly to him. And he's left all alone. Did 2 players cheat up? I didn't catch that there, but man, really quick response there coming out from Omaha. And 2 minutes left, they're still in this game.
It looks like on the kickoff, one cheated, and then one went for the corner boost, but it went right in the middle of those 2 players and just made it really difficult to get, well, impossible to get back on defense before that shot went in. So Omaha answer back. That's their first goal of the series. I'm excited to see what they can continue with, but right now it's Hibbing trying to get another one. Hadron downfield. We'll give it away to Irish, but that's just a pass into open space. Jack will take a shot. Might just be on, and ISO off the backboard will make that save, but more pressure from Hibbing, and Omaha have a lot of things to worry about right now.
Yeah, no kidding. Some great pressure coming out from Hibbing. Percy going to get a touch on that ball. ISO reads it, tries to get it clear, but Hadron is going to keep it in the opposing corner. Percy tries to read that one, but he can't quite. Hadron's going to rotate back on this one. Pops up to Jack, but the bump from Percy is going to keep him out of that play. ISO now trying to get some momentum going on his own side. Can't quite, because there are 2 Hibbing players there blocking him. OJ barely puts this one off net. It's going to give Irish a chance to do something with the ball. Great pinch, puts it all the way down into the opposing end. ISO almost there to put that one away, but great defensive plays coming out from Hibbing. Another ball is going to get banged out towards midfield. ISO putting it back into Hibbing's corner. Jack is going to try to get something going. 50s it through the defender. He's now got control in the corner. Tries to put it out front, and he barely gets cut off. Definitely seeing some more life out of Omaha here, Tibbles. They're making some better rushes, going for a few more solo plays and creating space that way. Definitely seeing the bumps come out of them from them, and that's what they got to be doing. It just kind of looks like they're getting comfortable finally.
Yeah, getting comfortable. Maybe not so much, but trying to keep that lead that they have, and that's a lot of misses right there. But Jack does finally get out. Actually, no, back to the middle. Irish follow up on that, a miss there, and that could have been a great opportunity for Omaha to get back into this game, but just about 25 seconds now, 2-goal deficit. They're gonna have to do something special. Bump from Irish, bump attempt, not gonna work. Comes out to ISO, but no boost to work with, and the time is counting down second by second. And more seconds that pass, the more that Hibbing are happier and happier. That shot will be off target, but at this point, I don't think it will matter. Omaha really needs something now. They're going to find a way through, but that will hit 0 seconds. We will confirm that Hibbing will take game number 1.
Big victory there. I believe the teams that have taken game number 1 so far throughout tonight have been the victors here. Off stream, I know Burnsville took on... Burnsville took on St. Paul off stream. St. Paul took the first game, Burnsville took the second, and then St. Paul went on to win that one 3-1. So that first game may be carrying a little bit more momentum than it normally does during the regular season, just due to this being the first time that these teams are getting the opportunity to play together. So here's the opportunity for Buffalo to turn this around, Tibbles. Do you have any comments on what you think Buffalo could be doing a little bit better, or what they want to be keeping an eye on headed into game number 2?
Yeah, so, well, the first thing I noticed is that they didn't really seem like a cohesive unit. Like, when they were going for those offensive plays, they weren't really working together. They weren't finding each other on those passes, and they could really improve in that way. And Hibbing are really just, walking all over them in that sense, just because they have such good control of the ball. And I think Jack, with 2 goals and a save for his team, is a huge part of that. So I'm looking for ISO and Irish, and of course, you talked about Percy J earlier before the series started. So this is a very good Omaha team, and I absolutely expect them to bounce back.
I agree 100% there, Tibbles. Plenty of Rocket League to be played here. So getting game number 2 underway. Omaha going to be looking to kind of turn the tides here, get momentum going their way. Great push by ISO, almost clears the net and leaves it open for Percy, but gonna get pushed to the side by Hibbing. OJ looking to feed it to Jack. He is up on that. The fake, a double commit coming up from Omaha, leaves it open, but Percy is there to clear it away. an action-packed 15 seconds to start here, as Hibbing is going to look to put it on just off Irish. Maybe not the best of touches. It's still out in front of their net. OJ pushed up to Jack. Jack puts it on, and it's just under the crossbar. Another fantastic start coming out from Hibbing. They have scored quick in both games here, Tibbles. I mean, just not leaving any room at the start, and maybe this overly aggressive team cop can come to bite them in the ass, but right now it sure is not.
Yeah, Omaha conceding a goal very early on again. That might be one for Hibbing again. Won't find its way in just yet, but yeah, that was such an awkward play for Omaha. You know, it goes right in front of their goal. That might just bounce in. A 50 from Jack, it won't. Another shot from Camo. Nobody back on defense, but it's off the post, thankfully for Omaha. Nice will have a chance now to clear it out. Big boom downfield by Irish. Gonna be off target. Will be saved off the corner post. Percy, hard pass to the backboard. ISO will be there as well. And they get a shot on target. Both miss on that side of Omaha, and Camo has a chance to break now for Hibbing.
ISO not with the greatest touch. Tries to put it into his own corner and read it out, but it's going to get fed right to Hadron, and they're going to go up by 2 with only a minute gone. Now, last game, we saw Omaha answer back, and this game, Hibbing is just keeping on the pressure. They are not giving Omaha any space to work with here, and it's really impressive. Loving to see this from this squad, and it's kind of surprising seeing 2 rookies. Curious if they've had the opportunity to play together. Chat, if you guys know anything about that, definitely let me know. We do have quite a few college Rocket League players who do have the opportunity to team outside of MCS. So kind of looks like we might have that case here coming out on Hibbing's side. They are looking really solid as OJ reads the bounce. A miss on the backboard from Omaha. I believe that was a Percy up. Yeah, just an awkward challenge. Leaves it bouncing down, and OJ capitalizes on top of Irish to put that one in. Up by 3, 3:33 to go. Plenty of Rocket League here, but man, just a great showing from Hibbing at the rip here.
Those kinds of touches on the backboard for Percy are really ones you have to hit. You know, of course, they're hard, especially when you're in the goal and you have to fly directly upwards and not hit the crossbar, which I've done a few times. But, you know, if you don't get that touch, that will waterfall up, down from, you know, on top of your goal. So they have so many opportunities to put it in, and that's a big pinch across the goal of Omaha. Now Camo again coming back from Orr, and ISO, well, they will finally get it clear out. But again off the wall, so I guess we'll see on the ball next. And now a chance for Omaha, maybe to put a play together. Irish with some aerial control. No player to back him up just yet. And, you know, Quick, you asked me before what Omaha can do right there. You know, have a second man. Be supporting the person who has the ball.
Yeah, it's funny you bring that up. I was just having the exact same thoughts. And, you know, again, it's the beginning of the season, so maybe these guys don't quite have that level of trust to read their teammate and know what they're going for here. Another opportunity is going to be put away. But yeah, Omaha just looking a little bit shaky. I loved watching Irish take that ball up the wall. That's something we don't see a lot in Rising Star. It's a lot more team plays, bumps. But, I mean, a strong solo play can completely turn the tides here. And just a player who's comfortable going for those solo plays up the wall, creating space that way and dishing it out to their teammates off the center can be incredibly strong. This is definitely a league level where you see a lot more team plays and not as much as the solo play. Hedron trying to get the fake. But yeah, I think if either of these teams could get comfortable creating some control at the midfield in order to open up some space, and then looking either for a shot on goal or a center, that it could go either team's way. But I'm hitting not really having to do that. Their defensive ability and just how well they're able to shut down Omaha, not only on the offensive half, but on the defensive half as well, is just kind of unmatched. We really need to see Omaha figure out how to crack this defense and try to center the ball. Aside from just banging it across the net, they almost get a lucky one there, but a minute and a half, 3 to go. This is a big hill for them to climb.
Yeah, I agree. And Omaha, both this game and last game, have found themselves in a situation where, you know, they've conceded a few goals and, you know, maybe they pull it back, right? With 2 minutes left, they're starting to play better, starting to be a lot more in the game. But they're already a few goals down, and this team is so solid on defense. This Hibbing team, I should say. Like you mentioned before, very solid on defense, and it seems like even if Omaha have a dangerous chance, an opportunity for them to score, it's never a problem for this Hibbing team. It just never is, and Hadron has a chance here. Off the crossbar, it will go. Good 50 from Irish. We'll go towards that Hibbing side of the field, but they cleared downfield down the other way. Irish again with that save, but this is just ticking off time for the Hibbing Rangers here.
Unfortunately, it seems like Hibbing is just trying to figure out how to Omaha is just trying to figure out how to shut down Hibbing, and that is not a good place to be when you're behind on the series. They have to figure out how to start putting balls in nets. I mean, they really need to start to convert on the offensive side. You can shut them down on the defensive side all you want, but if you're not able to convert anything on the offensive side, you're not going to win. The other team can just wait for you to make a mistake, and to be truthful, Hibbing doesn't even have to wait for them to make a mistake. They're just outplaying them all over the field and just shutting them down. So Hibbing going to go up 2-0, threatening that sweep here. Back-to-back sweeps would be kind of crazy, but lots of signs of life from Omaha still, Tibbles.
Yeah, it's been difficult for the Buffalo in this series. I think one goal specifically that the Rangers scored last game really sums up how it's been for the Buffalo so far. It was when, ISO had a really pretty bad touch into the middle, and it was an easy shot for Hadron to put in top left. Basically giving it to him on a platter. And that's just kind of the mistakes that Buffalo have been making. They've just been putting Rangers in such, beneficial spots that they have no choice but to capitalize on that and score those goals. So Buffalo, they need to clean up the defense. They need that solid back, and they need to trust each other and try to get those plays going, because whatever they're doing right now is clearly not working. They got to change it up and get something going.
Yeah, I agree 100%. Looking at the score lines, you can just see it on the side of the Buffalo. They're getting saves at 4, one more save than the Rangers, but 9 shots going on the way of the Rangers and 3 shots on the side of the Buffalo just is not close enough. They really need to figure out how to crack these Rangers at the midfield and create space just to be able to work with the ball, whether that's going for the solo plays or, committing a second man hard to look for a bump or a demo. They have to change up something, because just pushing the ball towards Hibbing is not working for them. But getting game number 3 started here. Going to start out with Omaha looking for a chance. A great challenge by Irish, puts it over Jack. And Hadron's going to have to make an awkward touch on his own backboard, but a fantastic clear by him. Going to get cut down by Irish. An opportunity for Omaha to pull ahead for the first time this series. Shut down by Hibbing. Another quick start here, Tibbles. All 3 of these games have been very high octane within the first minute. Woo, another great shot.
Yeah, absolutely. And you asked before, actually, this might be a big counterattack. ISO chance off that backboard hit, and he will just miss it. Won't quite get that touch. But, I think you highlighted it perfectly. With those 2 rookies on this Rangers team, both of them have impressed me a lot. Sometimes it can be difficult for rookies, and that might be a chance for Jack. Back to the middle. Hedron, that might have a chance here. We'll put it high off the crossbar, getting that bump as well, and that shot from Kemba will be off target, but what a chance for Hibbing to score there.
Opportunity. They need to figure out how to convert on those, unfortunately. OJ looking to create some space, trying to push it out mid, backwards. He's going to get over the top of ISO, and a demo is going to finally open up that space by Hadron in his own corner. Irish 50s hit, Percy not quite able to get there fast enough, and ISO is going to be scrambling, going backwards, clears it across his own net, a scary spot. Jack is there, but Irish barely makes the save, pushing it out of his own net. That had touched, just crossing the bar there, incredibly close. OJ now bounces it past 1. It's a pinch on net, but ISO is there to pop it up. Irish awkward with the challenge there. Not quite sure why he's jumping up on a ball that is bouncing towards the opposing net. But Jack now scrambling backwards, caught up, puts a great touch on the ball into his own corner. This is the follow-up, but maybe that's what he wanted. Puts it past Irish. Percy with another challenge. Leaves ISO all alone. Third man up. A dangerous position for him to be, but Omaha needs to maybe start putting themselves into those positions, getting aggressive on the offensive side to try to open up that space to put the ball in the net. Man, ISO is really applying the pressure here.
As someone who can appreciate the design of goals, the creativity of goals, I really do like that Omaha are going for those clips, going for those really nice shots, and trying to get that momentum. If you hit a clip, especially on LAN as well, or, when you have a new team, if you hit a clip, that can instantly change your energy, can instantly change your attitude about the series. If Omaha can score something here, Percy with a shot, it will be saved away, but if Omaha can strike first, in this game 3, this series could absolutely turn on its head, and that's a little bit of an awkward interaction in the midfield. Big clear from Hadron down. Percy will bump it away, take that possession. No boost though, trying to get it over to ISO when he does, but downfield for Hibbing. And Omaha were so close, but have to start again at square one.
A minute and a half. OJ reads the demo and he puts it just under the crossbar. What in the world? Was that Jack rotating through the net? ISO just barely caught. Man, I thought he got his wheels off the ground quick enough there.
And that was a floater too. Bounced off the crossbar, almost hit the post and went in. Yeah, great goal for Hibbing. And that's that physical play. As soon as Hibbing changed it up, Omaha didn't know what to do. That demo completely took them by surprise, and that could be another opportunity. Save on Camo's shot there. Irish trying to get that one forward. And now it's once again pressure on the Hibbing Rangers. Remember, this is a best-of-5 series, so now that they're down 2-0, they do have to win this game in order to continue.
Yeah, I mean, taking a look at the scoreboard here, we've got 4 sides on the side of the Rangers, four saves on the side of the Buffalo, and only a 1-shot difference between them, with that shot being in favor of the Rangers. That's been the one goal that they've been able to connect here. And coming off of that demo, yeah, you hit the nail on the head right there. The ability to change up your gameplay style in the middle of a match is so incredibly important at the Rising Star level. It can put teams on the back foot in an unexpected situation, cause them to get nervous or anxious, and what a pop! Irish reads it! Oh, baby, love to see it tied up with less than 1 minute, Tibbles. I would love to see this go to an overtime.
That was the magic I was waiting for. The trick up the sleeve. ISO's pride and glory. That pass was absolutely glorious. 48 seconds now. And this is the best chance Omaha have had all series to take a game quick. Just about 45 seconds now. Will we see a first game win for them, or maybe we're heading to overtime? We'll see.
Man, I just don't know if they can clinch this during regulation. I really feel like Irish gonna shut me up real quick. A great touch by him. Like I was saying, I didn't expect this to be end in regulation, but I definitely think Hibbing has the potential to put another one in. And man, a great touch by them. Hopefully they can hold on to this though. Nerves definitely have been a factor to this series, Tibbles, and with 30 seconds left up by 1, that's the perfect time for somebody to make a mistake.
Yeah, despite that immediate caster curse, I do agree with you. That mistake on Hibbing's side was a mistake that, Omaha would have done during this series. Hibbing have been very solid, so to see that out of them is surprising, but they're not going to be worried about that. They're going to be worried about scoring another goal. Camo, that shot will be off target. Now 10 seconds for Hibbing to get a goal. Percy up for this one. Maybe they'll score another one for Omaha. Camo getting that clear out, but not quite enough. 0 seconds, and it will touch down. Quick, we have a series. They take game 3.
Kidding. Yeah, absolutely massive for the Buffalo there. Momentum, something that I brought up prior to game 1, is now on the side of the Buffalo. Irish kind of finding his footing there towards the end of game number 3. I really liked what we saw out of him. Pressuring on the offensive side, turning on the ball at the midfield, getting control of it, and then opening up space with some solo plays, some great touches past the defense there in the midfield. It's not taking much to beat the defense on the Rangers when they're able to get control of the ball. But this bang and chase Rocket League just needs to change from them if they're going to have a chance to complete the reverse sweep here.
Yeah, and if you look at the scoreboard quick, something completely different about this game is the number of shots that Omaha has. Throughout the course of that game. They were, 1 to 3 or 4 maybe, if I remember correctly, in the other 2 games. They have 10 total shots. They have more than Rangers in this game. So you can absolutely see that the energy completely changed. Maybe it was because of the goal. Maybe it was a mental thing that they had. Maybe it was some communication, like, let's get back into this. Let's focus up. But Buffalo, they've started on the path to come back. They're not all the way there yet, but we'll see how far they get. Yeah, started.
Yeah, they can see the trail through the woods. It's at least not pitch black anymore. There's a little bit of daylight at the end of that tunnel, but they're going to have to win game number 4 and game number 5, and game number 4 is just getting started for them. I'm definitely going to look to see if they can do what Hibbing did partway through game number 3, change up their play style to make it work, just because the aggressive play style worked there, but it didn't work the first couple of games. maybe those nerves are starting to catch up to Hibbing. Maybe Hibbing now with the 2-0 lead, feeling confident or taking their foot off the gas pedal. But I think that this game will be the decider of if that's true or not. And getting started underway. Love what I'm seeing from Omaha. Some great pressure from Percy. Almost gets the ball across over to Irish for a shot. They're starting off hot here. Woo!
Some early pressure from Omaha might have just answered your question. Almost went in. You know, that was a very impressive shot and save as well, but no goals just yet. Hadron up for this one. Has a lot of aerial control, almost getting that one in. He had the second touch, but that defender gets there just in time. And I've talked about Hadron a little bit so far this series, but the mechanics on display here, you know, you wouldn't necessarily expect that from a Rising Star team, and that might just pinch into that Omaha goal. Percy J will get that save, and now it's Hibbing's turn to put on some pressure.
Man, yeah, definitely feeling a little sad about not drafting OJ or Hadron. Man, very surprised by what these guys are bringing to the table in their rookie season. Love what I'm seeing, but Percy with an opportunity puts out center. Irish puts it just over. Can he follow? Doesn't have to. ISO is there to seal that one. And for the first time, besides the 30 seconds in that last game, we have Omaha leading here. Putting that one in, a minute and a half in, a little bit slower of a start than what we've seen in previous games, Tibbles, but finally they're in this control position, and they've won 100% of the times that they've been ahead, so let's see if that statistic will continue here.
Yeah, Omaha doing what Hibbing did best there, just made it really awkward. But Hadron, of course, is him. He'll respond in kind. We'll get that goal. 3 minutes and 22 seconds left. And ISO it's just such an awkward touch. You know, if he gets that to the corner, he's completely fine. But these touches have to go away from those Hibbing players. For Omaha, they don't want to get caught in that trap that they did in Game 1 and Game 2, where every ball they were beat to.
100%, yeah. You know, we saw it last series with S-Babes, but the follow-through from players after making a touch on the ball, whether they're able to turn that into a bump or open up some space to be able to recycle in on the ball to seal it, has been really big. S-Babes, that was the deciding factor in that last game, and Mal's defense, or in the last series, seeing it there come out from the side of Hibbing is huge. It creates so much space. You can beat potentially 3 people with it, with that third one being a demo, and it just leaves the net completely open. So we saw it there. Irish now heating up, trying to put that one on net. Cleared away by OJ. Percy looking to put this ball in his own corner. ISO now has to read it. Great touch past one. OJ is there. A free clear for Irish. He likes to pop it up. Looking to follow the ball. He's going to bang it off the sidewall. ISO with a great read. Can Percy be there for the shot? Just off. OJ shutting him down. This ball is going to be in a really awkward spot. He doesn't have the opportunity to put it over the crossbar. Man, what an unfortunate spot to be in, and just an anxious one overall.
And I just want to see if anybody was even near him.
I don't think
nobody was.
No.
Camo might have gotten there, but I think he had enough time to turn around. And, you know, that's just kind of the pressure that you have to deal with in these leagues, is you know someone will be fast and someone will come up behind you. So, you know, just a really unfortunate own goal. He thought he had to act and, you know, had a little bit more time than he normally would. But Camo's going to put in another one for Hibbing here.
Great follow-up by OJ there. Just reads his own bounce off the backboard. Fantastic challenge by him. He's going to beat every player on the team to put that one in. Now, Omaha on the back foot after getting the first goal this game. A rough spot to be in here, Tibbles. I mean, they're going to have to figure something out here, because what they're doing hasn't been working. What they're doing isn't even the same as what they did last game. It just feels off.
Yeah, and that beginning from Omaha actually felt, you know, like they were gaining ground. They were almost there on the scoreline to put it in the net. And, you know, since then, it's just been the Hibbing show. I mean, they've absolutely dominated possession. They've dominated the passings, the completed passes as well. But that's a great opportunity from Percy. Just couldn't get it past that defender. Solid on the goal, but lots of pressure still from Omaha. They might have a chance here. Percy, 50 down to the corner, maybe another one. ISO back the other way, but Kamo will get that one up for it. And Jack almost had the boost to put it in, but no, a defender will put it in themselves. And what a play that would have been. But Hibbing do not mind. That's their 4th goal and may just be the nail in the coffin.
You know, you can't blame Irish for going up on that ball. Jack has been proving he's got the mechanics to put those ones in and on net. Fantastic follow-up by him is going to cause some panic, and Unfortunate for Irish there. It's going to be their second own goal of this game. Now, there is still time for them to come back here. Under a minute and a half to go, but 3 goals, that is not insurmountable, especially with what we've seen. Oh, no. Oh, no. I shouldn't have said anything. That was my bad. I apologize, boys. Ah, man, just third man getting a little too aggressive there. It's going to pop past Irish. The team bump didn't even matter. Jack was all over that one.
Quick, you've been caster cursed already once the stream.
Every time. I'm just gonna
it's gonna happen again if it happens once. No, but yeah, Hibbing really dominating. Well, the score. I was gonna say possession, but the scoreline as well. I mean, a 4-goal deficit is just really unfortunate for Omaha's. Hoping for a little bit more, and that's not a great touch from ISO. We'll give it a shot to Jack, and that will again go in. Possibly off the defender. I don't know if it was. It might have gone in off the crossbar, but definitely the defender hitting that did not help. No, that would have gone out, unfortunately. But 58 seconds left, and it's looking. It was bad. It's gone from bad to worse for Omaha here.
Yeah, buy your plane tickets now, boys, because I think there's a solid chance we're gonna end up in Brazil here, especially with the way that Hibbing has been playing. They're Hadron looking to keep some offensive pressure in the corner, and yeah, just unfortunate for Omaha. I think that nerves are playing a bigger part in this series than I thought they would play at the start of the season. These rookie players, they're coming out winging. These guys are just hungry, it seems like. Not to say that Omaha isn't, but OJ and Hadron are playing super strong on the side of Hibbing. As I start talking about him, he's going to pop that one in. Congratulations, we did it. We are now in South America. Welcome to Brazil. OJ just beats the last defender. Would have read it off the crossbar anyway to put that one in. And yeah, I think that maybe that pressure isn't affecting these rookies as much as it is the other guys.
Yeah, Kamo, I think probably heard what you said, puts that goal in right after you complimented him, but it's proving your point there. But yeah, no, I agree. You'd expect the veterans to be the ones that are solid on the game day, but the rookies have really impressed here, and GMs, for the future, maybe players to watch out for, but this game will end in South America. Unfortunately, we'll hit that ground. Rangers will take it in Game 4, and deservedly so. Besides that little dot on the mark of Game 3 for Buffalo, Hibbing absolutely dominated this series.
Yeah.
1,000 points from Kamo, by the way. 9 shots.
Oh, man. 5 saves.
Who is this guy?
Who is this guy? Man, I believe he was their first. Oh, no, he was their second-round pick. If I'm not mistaken, I believe Hadron was one of those guys that had a restricted availability, so he might have fallen a little far due to that. But just an absolutely insane display from the Rangers. Even though Omaha took one, looked like they were maybe going to make a push to take another one to push it to Game 5, unable to. A commanding game from the Rangers, Tibbles. And I think that is a much higher level of play than we have seen in Rising Star in games past. I mean, we saw Jack going for flip resets. We saw some fantastic reads on both sides, off the wall, off the corner. Just very, very solid Rocket League all around.
Yeah, had some mechanics flying around, some good team plays as well, but it was a very entertaining series overall. And, I really had hope for Omaha after Game 3. I was really rooting for them, hoping they'd take us to a Game 5 and we'd get that, grand slam grand finale. But unfortunate, but Hibbing will take that in Game 4. So I'm just going to quick recap the results that we've had so far tonight, and then we'll say goodbye. But we'll see you tomorrow. Bemidji, first series, will take the win over Derecho 3-1. Second series, the Bloomington Maulers go down 0-3 to the Fargo Steelhawks. Did I get that right? Fargo Steelhawks?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Just making sure. All right. Then, of course, we just watched that Hibbing and Omaha series, which Hibbing will take 3-1 as well. So, it's been a great night. It was lovely casting with you. And unfortunately, we don't have a fourth series for you, so this will be the end of the stream. But any final thoughts, quick, before we head out?
I am so excited to see Challenger tomorrow and Premiere on Saturday.
Me too.
I mean, if that was how much Rising Star has been elevated between the two seasons, Challenger is going to be even more exciting, and I can't even begin to guess what the Premiere matches are going to look like. So, yeah, Tibbles, thanks again for coming and casting with me. I don't know if we've had the opportunity to before. Loved it, but no, I'm really looking forward to the rest of our series this week.
Yep. like you said, should be awesome watching tomorrow and Saturday as well. So make sure you don't miss it. But that will be at 6 p.m. tomorrow Central on Friday. But that will be the end for all of us here at MCS. So thank you. Have a great night, and we'll see you tomorrow.